Oh, it's the last day I'm doing this. I'm taking a day off after this. I'm like, wavy baby.
You're going to Costa Rica.
Wavy baby.
Hey, Tommy. What I want to say is Doc had 4 years to come up with a better plan and response, and this is what he gives us. We have a shitty tweet that was all basically lawyer speak.
Yeah.
And then we have this clip that you showed on stream. I mean, all around, it was just so poorly done by Doc, and I just can't believe it. 4 years. He seems like a smart guy to build up this big of a streaming, fan base, and this is what he gives us. I think that he should have done better.
What do you think he should have done? Besides the tweet, I mean, what should he have done on the show?
You would think that Doc would have some sort of PR team behind him or people behind him.
Clearly he doesn't. What do you think he should have done?
Just the lawyer speak in the tweet was so
bad.
No,
it's not that. I know. I'm aware of that. What do you think he should have done?
I think that he should have just came out and directly said, I didn't talk to any underage girl.
He can't do that by law. He can't do that by law.
I mean,
because then he releases the NDA and then Twitch sues his ass.
What we got, I just think, was just very poorly done. And I know that there's actual lawyer stuff involved and that sort of thing. And
so you don't know
bound by that.
So you don't, I don't know what he should have done. What sport do you like? What's your favorite sport?
I like MMA and golf.
You like MMA? Do you often say when your fighter loses, this is what do you just say, oh wow, he got his ass kicked, I wish he put up a better fight, or do you have any idea what he could have done to win?
When Izzy fought in his last title fight, I did say that because it seemed like
but that's the point. We're just exactly, and that's at the end of the day. You don't know what we're talking. You don't know what you're talking about anymore than I do. Should he have done more? Yeah, we can always say that, but it's kind of an empty conversation because we don't know what he could have done. I don't know what he could have done. I could agree with you on the statement. He should have called a lawyer. Absolutely, I think it's beyond. It created more suspicion than it did from an optical perspective. But see, the thing is, optics don't speak. I'm not one of these people that bad optics mean guilt.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. Like I want to make sure like Doc is innocent until proven guilty, but unfortunately, some people on the internet have confused.
Well, I can't disagree with it. We don't have an argument that he can handle it right. We have no.
I think that the worst PR thing that he's done so far is just the vacation thing. Like, guys,
really?
I don't want to really, after the tweet, the vacation thing, I'm not guilty, but I am going to go on vacation for quite a long time. And you guys might never see me again.
How old are you?
21. I mean,
how long have you had a full-time job?
Like 2 years.
Do you pay for an apartment by yourself? Do you live outside your parents' house? How long have you been doing that?
A year.
Okay. All right. Talk to me in about 5 or 6 years. All right. Because what happens, especially when you have kids, because you start asking yourself, is this fucking worth it? And that's how I took the stream. Is this worth it? Is this worth it for your family? See, right now, and this is no fault of yours, you're only thinking about you and improving your life to get what you want, which that's what you should be doing. When you have kids and are married, you just got to start thinking bigger things. So, maybe his instinct, let's join the culture war. Let's go fight back. Let's do this, that. And I'll lose my marriage and my kids.
Yeah, and he's old too, so
he's 42.
It's different from me thinking about it versus him, but it gives me felon on the run.
I got to be honest with you, 42 is about the age when I started losing a lot of my fight too.
Yeah,
and I am way more high strung than him.
Yeah, but one of the last things I want to say is I feel like at this point Doc is kind of backed into a corner, and whether it's from him or whether it's from more leaks from Twitch or whoever.
I think it's the leaks from Twitch. I think we can safely say it's the leaks from Twitch.
No. I think we're gonna learn more about what the real.
No, we're not.
Happened.
No, we're not.
I think
no, we're not. How?
Somebody will leak it from Twitch. A former employee or somebody or a close connection. I mean,
they're going to leak the paperwork. They're going to risk prison time. Is what you're
they're not going to. I don't.
How do you leak it without risking? The only way. Then that's more of the same. Then it just stays where it is. That's more of the same. We've already got the leaks that don't have any kind of receipts to back it up.
One person who was selling it, and then Destiny saying with the laugh thing.
What?
We got the one leak from the guy who was selling it for his show, right?
Yeah, but that's more of the same.
But that's not a good leak. I agree. That's not.
And more of the same wouldn't be either. It's not going to prove anything. You need a receipt. You need a receipt. Well, how many? Jesus Christ! How many people have come forward and said that this person molested me? Look at what was it Jack yesterday talking about? The actor. I mean, I'm sorry. You don't have receipts. You have nothing whether you have 1,000 people. It's the internet age. You can organize. You used to be able to say that where it's like, look, this guy's got so many accusers. I've been convinced, right? You can't say that anymore. Not with the advent of the internet, not with the advent of Discord, not with the of organizing these type of games. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Another leak that's similar but worse or something like that, or just maybe it's worded worse. It's the same thing. Unless you have a receipt, you got nothing.
So you really think that this is just dead in the water? It's not going anywhere?
No, I don't think it's going anywhere unless the paperwork comes out and the people are able to judge without. One thing I'm sure of two things. It's not criminal. B, it's fucking like it is streamer ruining. I think both things are true.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's just something about his wife, I don't think that'll ruin his stream. He's already fought through that one
Here's
time.
Another thing. Maybe it's complete. How about this? Maybe it's complete bullshit, and he doesn't want the complete bullshit out because that also creates what we see now. Do you ever think of that?
Like, what would complete bullshit be?
What would complete bullshit is somebody went in there and told the fucking bosses that he did this, and they lied. They lied to the lawyers. You understand? Really? Okay. I make up a story, and I say I saw them sexting I saw him sexting in whispers. So not thinking anything more will come of that. He'll just get fired, and I'm good. Okay, as the guy that's trying to screw Doctor, and now the lawyers say, "Where's the evidence?" And I can't produce it.
But do you really think that would have been like from a mid-level employee at Twitch that would have went all the way up the ladder? Who knows if it's a mid-level? Who said it was a mid-level employee? Any employee at Twitch, don't you think that would have been something that would have had to go up the ladder and say, okay,
yes, and when it got to the lawyers, they said, give me the money. And they didn't get the money. Where is this? You're putting our company at risk. You're fired. You're fired. Hey, when did that guy get canned?
Which one?
Because I was told today, I heard on Chud today, but I don't know if he was just passing over, he's glossing over, that guy got shit canned around the same time, or he left at the same time. Connors. Is that true?
Sure. I don't know.
So, in other words, somebody fucking flat out made it up. They don't have the evidence, but it's the sexting thing, okay? And Twitch is like, look, we want you out, we'll pay you out, and we'll NDA this, no fucking problem, because it didn't happen. That is a possibility.
I mean, I guess
that a lower level
so incompetent at Twitch.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They are unbelievably incompetent. They hire people that think they're deers. Are you joking? Why is that so hard to grasp?
Tommy, if I worked for you and if I said that Doc was a streamer on our platform and I was an employee for you and I'd
have you killed by the mafia if you didn't produce the evidence.
You would just take my word for it and call up a lawyer. And
I'd send you the lawyer, and then if you didn't give the lawyer anything, you're fucked. You don't understand how it works. They accused. The lawyer said, show me the money, and the money wasn't there. How is that so, why is that so hard to believe? These people are fucking completely involved in their own ideology, and they think they're doing the right thing even if they're lying. Why is that so hard to grasp? You go watch Chud. Watch Chud every day. It's some lefty doing some wacky fucking thing that makes no goddamn sense.
So this could have been just a rumor with no evidence.
A rumor that they were about to fire him for, and right before they realized it, and this is what I've been saying for the past 2 days, right before they realized, we have nothing other than the allegation. Literally, he sexted kids. That's all we have. And the lawyers say, are you joking? And they give Doctor everything he wants, including the NDA, because Doc doesn't want the allegation out there. Because they can't back up the allegation. Why can't they back up the allegation? Because it's a lie. That's not an unreasonable scenario. That is a completely reasonable scenario, and it's considering the children that run that fucking thing, it's totally, and they're completely ideologically captured by their fucking wacky, woke way of looking at the world. It's totally believable. It is not harebrained. I don't want, when the adults got to look at this, it stopped. You saw Slasher. He just I can't talk anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I just think the adults would have been lower on the totem pole, but I don't really know Twitch's makeup. I know that they're incompetent. I know they're progressive.
Well, I tell you what, the lawyers only care about one thing, the company getting sued, because that's their only job. They don't give a shit about the politics. They don't give a shit about their fucking culture war. Their job is to go to Jeff Bezos and say, we stop these lawsuits. That's their job. They don't give a fuck about anything else. The people below them, that believes saying, hey, meet me at my get together, that could turn that into sexting, don't think that way. We've seen it a million times before. We saw it with Jessica yesterday. They thought they had something, or they didn't, or they flat out lied. And that's either scenario is not a ridiculous theory. It'd be a ridiculous theory if I said something like Doc said to them, or they threatened them, and they decided to cover up the whole thing in a fake NDA. None of that. There are two scenarios that are completely ridiculous. He didn't do shit, and he wanted to cover up either way because it ruins his reputation. And you can see we don't have any evidence to back up that he sexted kids, and it's ruining them, and he's losing jobs. Okay, or he did do it. Or he did do it, but it's not what they thought it was. All three of those scenarios are completely believable. And just hoping that, hey, well, they're older than me. I'm only 21. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. Let me tell you something. It happens all the time. All the fucking time. I work for the government. I work for the Army. I was told, if you tell anybody, you would go for prison for years. And this is the biggest secret we keep. And I'd go home. There it is in the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The people are that incompetent. You ever get your fucking driver's license? You see the people that work there? You know?
But, I mean, how many employees does Twitch have? There has to be at least one competent guy.
Probably not. Probably not. And here's the thing. If you're ideologically captured, right? If you are in it, if you don't care, if your side wins and anything can justify the means, you might be willing to do crazy shit.
I agree that there are employees that like that at Twitch, for sure.
Yeah,
We've seen it time and time again. But
I have no doubt in my mind that Slasher thought they had something. I like to know when that guy Connors left, because from what I understand, he was on the little, he wasn't jiving with Twitch, and he went out around the same time.
So, do you think a company like Twitch would just have a lawyer on staff? Like, they're not going out and
no, I think they'd have a team.
A team of lawyers on staff, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think those guys jumped the gun, and somebody said, you got to show it to the lawyers first. Okay. And the lawyers are like, are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking crazy? But he said to meet them at he goes, that's sexting. There's no sex, asshole. Yeah, I can see them being that stupid. They jumped the gun. The people, the adults, the pretend adults jumped the gun, and the real adults nixed it. And that's why he keeps on saying they paid me. They paid me. They didn't fight. They laid down. That's what he's trying to say. They laid down. That's what he's trying to say. I'm not saying it was smart. We already agreed on that. He's saying they laid down. Why would they lay down and pay me if they had me over a barrel? Which is a pretty good fucking point. If they had him over a barrel, like Destiny says, why did they tap out? They don't want to pay him. The whole reason is because he out-bargained them. They were pissed off about him using Mixer in their negotiations. So they lost either way. The idea, get rid of him, don't pay him, behavior clause, right? And they had to pay him. Yeah. You know? No, here's the thing. You're 21. When I was 21, I couldn't believe adults were that stupid too. I promise you they are. Promise you they are. I thought that the Pentagon would turn into Optimus Prime before something would blow it up prior to 2001. Guess what happened? It fucking did the same thing that any building would do when you fly a fucking plane into it. My world was shattered. When I went to the military, I realized a lot of them were really stupid. Even the ones that were intelligence. And now we have this phenomenon. We have this sort of
put the brakes on it.
Yeah, they did put the brakes.
One person.
They did. That's man.
Well, the lawyers did.
Yes.
I just thought it would be lower down the totem.
They're all. You got to remember, they're all hiring their friends and shit. So they all got the people that think the fucking same. You think they're gonna put somebody like me in there that's a grown up? Oh, get that boomer out of here. Are you kidding me? I mean, look what happened when Slasher tried to bribe his way into Brittany Ventney's pants. They all stuck up for him. In unison. Cross-corporation. From Overwatch and Blizzard. From that team to Jake Lucky. They all came together and looked out for their brethren. Blood's thicker than motherfucking water. It's not hard to believe for me, man. Maybe it's hard to believe for you.
I guess it's just perspective because I'm young. But like,
it could be. I guarantee you call me in fucking 10 years. I guarantee you call me in 10 years. It's like, wow.
I thought that there would just be more competence.
No, there isn't. There isn't. You're going to find it in your own life. You just haven't out there. I felt the
Twitch
same way.
I mean, they're on their way out.
I used to work. Yeah, I used to work in a security company, right? And they had to protect because they did testing on animals and shit. They had to, obviously protect from protesters coming in there and they left doors open all the time, and they didn't do what they like the thing that you would think that everybody would do to keep this with happening. I know a guy that believes that Jeffrey Epstein actually killed himself because he thinks those guys were that incompetent, and I don't think that's out of the realm of the possibility either. So there you go. Thanks for the call.
That's crazy.
Talk to you later.